Good morning to everyone. We thank you for your presence today at a regularly scheduled meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. We do have several items of business before us. Mr. Clerk.
Bernson, Galandra, Garcetti, Gruel, Hahn, Holden, Labange, Miskowski, Pacheco, Perry, Reyes, Ridley, Thomas, Weiss, Stein, Padilla, 10 members present, and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
Thank you very much. Mr. Reyes moves. Ms. Miskowski seconds.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Garcetti moves. Mr. Labange seconds.
Mr. President, before starting the regular agenda, there's a few items to be addressed. Item number 13, Councilmember Garcetti requests that that matter be continued until October 23rd.
Without objection.
Item number 33, Councilmember Garcetti requests that this matter be continued till October 22nd.
Without objection. Next order of business, please.
Items numbers 1 through 8 on the regular agenda are items noticed for public hearing.
Thank you very much. Those items are before us. As such, are there any specials that anyone may wish to identify? On items 1 through 8. Seeing none, then Mr. Clerk, let us then proceed. There are no specials on 1 through 8. Then open the roll, close the roll, now tabulate the vote.
10 ayes.
Mr. President, for the record, items numbers 1 through 3, the hearing will be continued along with the ordinance to November 6th.
All right, as instructed.
Items numbers 9 through 14, with the exception of 13 that has been acted on, are items for which public hearings have been held.
All right, thank you very much. Members, are any specials necessary in that regard? We called number 11 special by the honorable member from the 3rd District. Any other specials on this batch? Seeing none, please then open the roll, close the roll, now tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Thank you. Next order of business, please.
Items numbers 15 through 38, with the exception of 33 that has been acted on, are items for which public hearings have not been held.
All right, members, those items are before us. Are there any specials? Items numbers
15 through 38.
15 through 38. We see no specials being called in that instance. Therefore, Mr. Clerk, please open the roll on those items. If you'd close the roll, now tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Thank you. Next order of business, please.
Mr. President, items numbers 15 through 17 are ordinances and will be carried over 1 week for a second reading.
Pursuant to the clerk's instruction, those items will be carried over for 1 week for second reading.
Item number 39 is a closed session item. Do you wish that to remain on the desk?
Hold it on the desk, please, sir.
Then item number 40 from the continuation agenda is a report from Public Safety and Personnel, and public hearing has been held.
All right. Item number 40 is being called special by Mr. Zine. Next item, please.
Mr. President, that brings you back to the first item called special, which is item number 11, called special by Councilmember Zine.
All right. It is before us. Item number 11. Mr. Zine, if you press the button, your button, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. I call in this special for my distinguished colleague, Councilmember Holden, who hasn't arrived yet, so if we can hold this on the table, please.
All right. We'll hold this on the desk until Mr. Holden arrives. If he doesn't arise by the time we're done, we'll continue it. Next item, please.
Item number 40, called special by Councilmember Zine.
All right. Mr. Zine, the floor is yours again.
Same issue.
Same issue. All right. Do you wish then to continue these items in view of the fact that Mr. Holden isn't here, or should we continue to hold them on the desk? Your pleasure.
Hold them on the desk, please.
Hold them on the desk. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Item number 39 is a closed session item. Do you wish that to remain on the desk?
I think that would be advisable.
Then now's the time
balance?
for public comment on non-agenda items.
All right. In light of that, I saw a couple of hands go up. Ms. Hahn, Mr. Labange, in that order.
I would respectfully ask that I move to reconsider item 37.
All right, item number 37 is up for reconsideration pursuant to a request by Ms. Han. Is there any objection to that? Seeing no objections, it is before us. Mr. Clerk?
Item number 37 is now before you.
Ms. Han.
Thank you. I'm passing out right now a substitute motion, 37A, to be in place of the original motion. And if you would like to hold it on the desk, because we're just passing it out now. This all went so quickly this morning.
Yes, there's a reason for that, ma'am. All right, proceed. Mr. Labange,
Thank you. May I introduce a distinguished group of students right now?
would you please? We'd be
Mr.
glad to hear from you.
President, please welcome John Muir High School. Again, they're here today, a different class. Mr. Graves, who's their instructor, brings this fine group of students from Pasadena, California, home of the Mustangs, one of the great schools in Southern California. Please rise and be welcomed by the Los Angeles City Council.
Give them a big round of
John
applause.
Muir High
John
School.
Muir, Jr. Thank you, and on behalf of the entire body, we welcome you to the Los Angeles City Council. We trust that you will learn today and enjoy your experience with us. We appreciate you joining us. You may be seated. All right, Mr. Clerk.
Now's the time for public comment.
Let me then ask if 37 has been circulated or not.
I have not received it.
Ms. Han, is it your intent that we're going to take item number 37 up?
Yes.
Is it being moved
It's
around?
being distributed. I don't know if everybody has it yet.
The clerk doesn't, which makes the big
That's a-
difference.
Let's keep it on the desk a little bit longer.
We're going into public comment momentarily, and we're going to
Where's my
clear the
motion?
desk, and then we're going to go into executive session. Public comment, Mr. Clerk.
The clerk doesn't have any cards.
That effectively arrests the public comment portion of the agenda of the day. That closes public comment. 37 needs to be in the hands of the clerk. Ms. Han, where is it?
Mr. President, motions for posting and referral.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk.
Okay.
Let's move forward with the motions for posting and referral.
Okay. There are three requests for excuse from council attendance. Councilmember Bernson requests to be excused on October 18th to arrive late for city business. A motion is required.
All right. Who's it that be pertain to?
Mr. Bernson.
Mr. Burnson, we might have to cause that to be a special order of the day, yes.
I'm going to have to be excused, period.
All right.
Not late. I will not be able to arrive late.
Does that jeopardize a quorum?
No, it does not.
All right. Mr. Zine moves and Ms. Gruhl seconds, and Mr. Burnson is hereby afforded special privileges with the hall pass.
Mr. Labange requests to be excused on November 1st to leave at noon for city business. This meets policy.
That's another matter altogether. That will be the order.
And Councilmember Hahn requests to be excused on October 25th for city business. A motion is required.
All right, now you're testing the limits of our democratic sensibilities, Mr. Clerk. Is there a motion to grant Ms. Hahn such a privilege? It's thereby denied. Oh, pardon me. All right, thank you. Mr. Labange moves, Mr. Burnson seconds, and that will be the order.
Mr. President, the clerk is in receipt of 37A if you wish to take that at this time.
She who requests special consideration to leave on a specific date now has item number 37A before us.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would ask that you will all just consider the substitute motion 37A. It's a technical amendment, basically adding the name of the tenant who is being relocated. So I urge you to an aye vote on this. Thank you for your patience this morning.
Indeed. Members, 37A is before us. It's technical in nature. It comes to us as a substitute motion. Mr. Clerk, please open the roll on 37A. Now close the roll. Please tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
All right. That then is disposed of. Next item, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. President, you're still holding items 11 and 40 on the desk, so the only other matter is item 39, which is closed session.
We're going to clear the desk, Mr. Zine.
Continue it for another day.
All right.
Till Friday.
We'll just hold it over.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're then at the point now to clear the desk. Are we ready for that, Mr. Clerk?
So the motion to continue item 11 and 40 is till Friday. Is that
All right.
correct?
All right, it's been properly moved by Mr. Zind and presumably second then by Mr. Pacheco. And without objection, that will be the order, Mr. Clerk.
The desk is clear, except
Desk is-
for item 39.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the point of going into executive session, which is pursuant to our administrative code and consistent with state law. It then means that all those persons who are in the chamber but not here on the matter to be taken up in executive session would be now asked to exit the chamber so that the council can proceed in its deliberations with the appropriate law as stipulated. We thank you for your presence today. Sergeants, please clear the chamber. Thank you very much. Mr. Clerk, please proceed.
Item number 39A, there is a motion on the desk to approve the city attorney's recommendation of settlement for $120,000 in Ralph Cole versus City of Los Angeles.
All right, members, the matter is before you. Please open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Now tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 1 no.
All right. Next item, please.
Item number 39B, in the case of Diane Tostada versus City of Los Angeles, city attorney recommendation on the desk for $1,250,000 settlement.
All right. Members, you might want to be cognizant of the fact that 39 is before us.
Mr. President,
Sir,
this is the one where they want $1.25 million settlement for
I think that's what the clerk just said,
when
Mr.
this-
Holden.
When the lady claimed that the guy didn't talk to her nicely,
Mr.
I
Holden?
wouldn't know.
Mr. Holden, I think the clerk has indicated what's before us. Please open the roll. Close the roll. Now tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 1 no.
All right?
And
Next item.
39C, Elizabeth Gorda et al. Versus City of Los Angeles for city attorney recommendation of $125,000 settlement of case.
All right, all minds clear in this regard. Please open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Now tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Thank you.
Mr. President, do you wish these items to go forthwith?
As requested.
The desk is clear.
That's just clear what's now before us, Mr. Clerk.
There is nothing before you. The desk is clear.
All right, the desk is clear. Members, if there are announcements or adjourning motions, please rise so that we might move toward adjournment. Announcements, Ms. Gruhl.
Mr. Lee Thomas, I just want to take this opportunity to thank my colleague Ed Reyes for having the plum meeting last night in my district in Sunland Tujunga on horsekeeping rights. It was extraordinarily successful. We had 250 people there, and many of them stayed till the end, which was at 10:30 at night. And I want to also thank the city staff, who's yawning over here in the corner because he was out late last night, and the community. We came out with a lot of good ideas on how we can ensure to protect people's property rights and horsekeeping rights in parts all over this city. So I just want to take that opportunity to say thank you.
All right. Announcement in the form of kudos. Mr. Reyes, you wish to respond?
I just want to, again, express our need to get out into the community more, so other elected officials, the other council members, if there are issues in your district that deal with planning and land use, we want community input, I think it'd be a great trend to set. We'll get input, we'll get more information to the departments to chew on, and we'll get that buy-in to make our environments that much more compatible to our needs and resources. So it'd be great for us to keep going, and hopefully it could be in your district. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Labange, for an announcement.
Just pour it on a little more and salute Ed for that issue there, that bringing out your committee. I look forward to when you come, because the toughest challenge we have in making decisions is making sure that people hear about it. And information is knowledge is power. And bringing your committee to the area helps that course. So I want to salute you and look forward when you come to the 4th District.
Thank you so much, Mr. Holden.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I just want to announce just yesterday at the Baldwin Hills Recreation Center, we named the gym officially, basketball gym, in honor of Wilt Chamberlain, the only ball player scored more than 100 points per game. We had there Mitch Kupchak, who's the general manager of the Lakers, and also Elgin Baylor, who's the general manager of the Los Angeles Clippers, along with Bill Sharman, who was the coach who coached the team in which Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain was on to win. And these children were there, and they were so excited. That's to be a memorable occasion for them, and they'll remember for the rest of their lives about having been there for this special event. So anybody living in the area or not living in the area would choose to go there to see this nice gym and this real bronze plaque of Wilt Chamberlain on the wall. Please feel free to do so.
Thank you,
Baldwin Hills Rec Center, near the Baldwin Hills Elementary School.
Thank you, Mr. Holden. Any other announcements? Members, now's the time for adjourning motions. Ms. Gruhl.
Yes, I am speaking on behalf of Councilmember Burnson this morning. He asked me to have us adjourn in memory of John Nicholas Davis, who was a real estate broker in the San Fernando Valley for over 40 years. He was named an honorary director for life with the California Association of Realtors in 1990 and served 6 years as the director of the National Association of Realtors. He also served as captain for the U.S. Air Force during World War II in the South Pacific. And Hal wrote a note here, also a good friend of mine. He is survived by his wife, Harriet, daughter Stephanie, 2 brothers, and 1 sister. So I'd like us to adjourn in memory of John Nicholas Davis.
Thank you. Ms. Hahn.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I would like for us to adjourn today in the memory of Sally Pearl Fleeman. Sally was the grandmother of one of my staff members, Claudio Gallegos. She passed away on September 24th. She was born in Duluth, Minnesota on July 15th, 1924, and moved out to Los Angeles in 1945, where she was married to William Fleeman in 1946. They were married until his death in 1989. She was actively involved in the PTA, the March of Dimes, the Boy Scouts of America, and she spent the later years of her life living in the city of Gardena and remained active with many senior citizen groups. Sally is survived by her 4 children, William, Michael, Sally, and James, her sister Genevieve, and brother Thomas, 9 grandchildren, one of which is my staff member Claudio, and 1 great-grandchild.
Thank you very much. Other members? May I then call to your attention the passing of Walt Walker. You may recall that Mr. Walker was here in our council chamber just about a month or so ago. He and his wife, Jane, were here to receive a presentation that was made to them. Art's work in the field of art is well known to many of us. He was doing an exhibit the next day or so, and some of us had an occasion to visit his work as he displayed it. He was married to Jane for some 62 years. He passed on this past Sunday, the 13th of October. His services will be held at the Simpson Funeral Home on Saturday the 19th. He is the father of 3 sons and the grandfather of 11 and the great-grandfather of 4. Walt Walker will be missed in this community. Madam Clerk? Mr. Clerk. Thank you. We are adjourned.